Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, I don't know if you can see this light. If you do see it, my bad. I don't know what the hell that's called. That's about, but it's there, right? And yo, listen. So obviously, the only game we're gonna talk about today is fucking Liverpool versus Madrid, right? I'm gonna get straight to the point, bro. Horrible game, horrible fucking game. From beginning to end, it was a horrible fucking game, and again, man, like I can't look into and look. It's been 2 seasons of just nothing but nonstop injuries, and left and right, man. It's getting fucking ridiculous. It really is. And I've said it before. We're not the only club going through it. There's other top clubs going through the same thing. The FIFA congestion, the facial congestion is getting ridiculous. It's just games after games after games. They're just trying to, and I've said it before, man, but they're just trying to suck the money out of people in any way, shape, or form, and it's hurting the game. And it's for games like this, right? Because, dude, like we have four, including two academy players, right, who were technically speaking, I would say ahead of the pack compared to Asensio. They both tore their ACLs, right? Obviously, we have Rudiger out with an ACL. We have Alaba still out with an ACL, and we have Carvajal out with an ACL. So that's actually five players that could have very like three starters, and two people who or two kids who were, on their way to become that possibly out with ACLs. So then we have Valverde, right, playing on the right flank, as good as he is, and I think he did an excellent job there. But that's not we need. It's not even that he can't cover it. We just need him more in the midfield. That's where we fucking need him, right? So yes, it's not just gonna be what I'm gonna talk about today, and I'm pretty sure you all know what I'm gonna talk about today. I mean the title of the video is not gonna make it any easier because I already have it in my head. Um, but like obviously there's injuries and injuries and injuries, but that's the thing, man. Like the majority of the games that I've seen this season, those we as much as we've missed those players, we could have a good amount of those games we could have won. We just missed chances, right? And that's what makes it such a hard pill to swallow. Because even in the Clásico, right, we got demolished the second half. There's no other way to word it. There's no way around it. We got demolished in that second half. But the first half, man, we had a good amount of chances. If you sit there and type a comment or look at me right in the eyes and tell me that Barcelona dominated from beginning to end, that's bullshit because you didn't, right? The first half, we had a good amount of chances. Now, it's up to the team to take advantage of those chances, and we couldn't. So at the end of the day, the 4-0 loss goes on us, right? But it's bullshit, man, because the main problem that this team has is still fucking Mbappe, man. It's still Mbappe. Like I don't. So like I mentioned before, right? He missed his chance to come to Madrid and be the number one man. He missed it. He missed it twice. The first time he missed it for money. The second time he missed it for fucking more money and more power. And that's on him. If he came in and when we originally wanted him, right, that was a Champions League winning season. He could have arguably been the best player on the team, right? At that point, he would have had Vinny would have repositioned to the right. At that point, there's no discussion about that. But he also would have been able to feed off and learn off one of the best number nines in the 20th century in Karim Benzema, right? But he decided to fucking stay at PSG for money. That's on him, right? So he missed his chance. So he comes in and he's moaning and bitching about not wanting to play the number nine, something that he did even at PSG. Today was the fucking day, bro. Today was the fucking day. You had the left side. You did jack shit the entirety of the fucking match. The first half, he did nothing. There was a play in the first half where Guler tried to switch sides, right? So he switches sides to Mbappe, switching sides, not passing it forward, right, for an offensive line for Mbappe to shoot out. He was just switching the fucking sides, offside. Bro, what the fuck? He literally landed in Madrid offside, bro. He refuses to come back. Like I don't understand what the hell is going on with him, but it's fucking insane. It's by far not the same player that we saw shine at PSG, especially not the World Cup. And people can't also forget that he did not have a good summer in the Euros, right? He struggled there too, and his last few months at PSG were also a struggle. So it's not like he just came to Madrid and magically, started being ass. Now, everyone deserves, some time to adjust to a new league, no matter how good you are. I believe there's very few players in history who I think have come in and just dominated from the beginning, right? I could think of, I think Neymar took some time, right, to kick off. I truly believe so. Now his peak was amazing, but he took some time to kick off. Suarez, I think he was banned for the first 6 months when he went to Barcelona, but he kicked off as soon as he started playing, right? Ronaldo kicked off, Bellingham kicked off, but there's very few players who could do that. So even if he didn't, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But we're damn well near December, right? The league starts in August, September, October, November, December. It's going to be 5 months where he has shown no improvement. The majority of his goals are penalties, and like I mentioned, the one goal he had against Leganes, it was a clear open shot, and if he missed it, it would have been one of the most controversial misses of the entire season, depending on how it ends and how it's going. Right, because like I said, Arda Güler was 2 steps behind. He could have very easily been him. Vinny fed him the ball, and he just fucking scored the goal. But like, listen, man, like it's not just one thing at a time, man. It's the entire package. All right, because yes, he missed a penalty, but you know what? Mo Salah missed a penalty too. The difference is that Mo Salah has been Mo Salah the whole fucking season. The whole fucking season, he's been amazing, right? Not Mbappe. Mbappe goes, he misses a penalty. You know what? He's been ass all fucking season. So it's not like it's a glitch or it's not like it's a bleep. It's in addition to everything that he has done or has not done. And it's fucking ridiculous. And in the last video, like I mentioned, you know, like I love my team, right? More than any player. As much as I love Vinny, as much as I love Rodrigo, as much as I love Valverde, if it comes down to it and we need to get rid of him, get rid of them. My team is the only thing that matters to me, and it's what matters to me the most. Obviously, I don't want to get rid of those players, and hopefully I can see them succeed for a very long time, easily the next 10 years of my club. But man, like it's getting to the point where it's getting ridiculous. He's not bigger than the club. He's not more important. His time to shine is not more important than Madrid. If at the end of the season we end up winning jack shit, and it's because the coach doesn't want to fucking put him on the bench, that's a huge L. That's a huge L. Because we have the talent sitting on the bench that could very easily do it. Going for I saw that there was good reason to be optimistic about Brahim today, about Güler today, but not fucking Mbappe. And who's one of the first attackers he takes off? Güler. Why? Like Mbappe did nothing. He had one decent shot in the second half, and that's it. It's dude and. What I mentioned in the last video is, you know, try to give him some time to shine, right? Everyone deserves it. I said play him in the first half. See how he does in the first half. But after the first half, right, if you see he's struggling, if you see he's doing the same shit he's been doing since August, have the balls to fucking sub him off. Have the balls to sub him off, and that's what he didn't do. Right? He didn't do it. And that's what's fucking driving me insane. But, oh man, like it's just such a bad game to lose. Right? It's a bad game to lose, and in the method that we lost it in, because 2-0 to me is not a justification for the overall difference in quality, right? Like and this is where losing those points early on in the season, right? And now that it's a league format, it's the same thing in the Champions League as it is in Spain or in any other league. That's where losing points to opponents where you should have walked away with points hurt you, because in the grand scheme of things, going to a very informed Liverpool and losing in Anfield, it's not that big of a deal. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's points to points, but there's losses that are very hard to swallow, and there's losses that you could be like, you know what, well played, right? And Liverpool's in that point in this season, at least, where if we went and the whole season was going smooth and we lost 2-0 at Anfield, I'd be like, you know what, it happens. Fucking Liverpool, what are you gonna do? Liverpool at Anfield, okay, but. Yeah, man, like this whole Mbappe situation has just been ridiculous, right? The majority of Madridistas didn't really, or at least the majority of the Madridistas that I've talked to, whether it's been on, you know, social media or in person, we're glad to have Mbappe, right? Because he's the type of quality player that he is. But did we need him? No, we didn't fucking need him, and that's what's killing me. They're bending over backwards to fucking make this kid fit into the system, where we never really needed him, man. We never needed him. We needed him, like I mentioned before, 3 or 4 years ago to come in and join. But at that point in time, after we won the Champions League and the league title, then you're telling me that we absolutely needed him to succeed? No, we fucking don't. We didn't. And the thing is, the more time he gets, the more, to be honest, it seems like the more ego questions with him. Like, you know what, like, I'm going to play fucking no matter what. They're not going to put me on the bench. They might sub me off with like 10 minutes left, but they're not going to put me on the bench. So fuck it. I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing. And that's what I saw. There was a few times during the game where he could have put more pressure on the defenders, right? And as you guys know, putting pressure on the defender is not the worst thing in the world, because best case scenario, they get nervous, they fuck up a play, they fuck up a dribble, they fuck up a pass, and that's where you could take advantage of it and just take the ball back. And he just doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it, and that's what's fucking killing me, man. Mbappe needs to be benched. Now, I'm not saying for the rest of the season. I'm not saying for the rest of his Madrid career, but he needs to be benched in order so that he could understand it's not his team, right? It's not the Mbappe show. It's not real Mbappe FC. It's Real Madrid, and that's it. That's it. Now, as far as the rest of the Champions League goes, this honestly, like, the two teams that were the heavy favorites, at least in my eyes, going into the season, being Man City and us, we're both struggling in it. So as far as who's gonna win it, I don't know. I myself am if sorry about that. I would pick Liverpool because I actually like Liverpool as a team. It's just I like Liverpool. I love Madrid. No matter what happens when a team, even if it's a team I like, right, comes up against my Madrid, it's Madrid all day, every day. Right now, Liverpool are playing anybody else, I'd be going for Liverpool. So hopefully Liverpool do win, right? I think they deserve it. They didn't really get to celebrate the titles that they won due to the COVID, but due to the pandemic, and it's just like, it would just kind of suck to see Klopp leave and then them do this. But at the same time, maybe Klopp knew it. Maybe Klopp, maybe Klopp knew that as good of a coach he is, sometimes it just like something needs to move, something needs to shake, and maybe that's what did it. But yeah, man, like it's this whole Mbappe situation is driving me crazy. And like I said, like I know it's not just him. We have injuries left and right, and even talking back on defense, the entirety of the back line is to me at least is in shambles. Fran Garcia is a fucking speed demon, right? But if you really watch the games, he doesn't have that, like, he doesn't have that final touch. He doesn't have that ball control. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Not every player is gonna have that ball control. It's his pace that puts him above the rest at that point. For Mendy, I've never trusted him since he came to Madrid. I always felt like he tried to be, or he is kind of like a Marcelo, and I cannot think of anything on the top of my head to better describe it, but like a Marcelo, like wannabe. You know what I mean? Like, I've always felt Marcelo was very underappreciated, underrated as a defender. Yes, he's not gonna be a 10 out of 10 defender all the time, but especially during the Champions League three-peat, he was amazing, and everything that we gave you going forward was fucking incredible. If you go back and you watch any of those games, right, during those 3 seasons, there was 3 main players in that field that helped unlock the defense and helped unlock the midfield. And that if it wasn't Modric and it wasn't Cruz, it was Marcelo. Marcelo would be coming from the left, make freaking people dance, make through balls, make these passes that are just amazing. If you guys know the one I'm gonna reference, that Bayern Munich game, and that specifically that play where he just freaking, like, I don't know what he did. He just freaking loved to have the ball over 3. Dude, he just went through like 4 people, right? But I feel like Mendy doesn't give you the same in offense or the same in defense. And it's just, so that's the left flank. Obviously, the right back, Carvajal, is out for the entirety of the season. And as much as it pains me to say it, at 34 years old, what are the chances he's going to come back and reach those heights? Like, it's very unlikely. Now, on top of that, 2 starting center backs, and the reason I say starting is because when he got injured, I would say he was a starter. Rudiger came in, and now even if Alaba comes back, he's not going to displace Rudiger. But he was a starter center back, right? And Militao's right there with him. They're both out. So none of our main defenders are here. The right flank needs some reinforcement, right? The attack is in fucking shambles with Vinny and Rodrigo out, right? And that's, dude, just next game, bro. Please, just next game, just bench this motherfucker. Just bench Mbappe and play Brahim on the left and play Guler on the right. That's, like, I really don't know what else to say, man. It was a horrible game to watch as a Madrid fan. And it's just, man, listen, I've been optimistic, and I'm still optimistic, right? I still think we come back and win the league. I still think we can come back and win the Champions League. But it's, with every freaking passing game, it's just getting harder and harder and harder. And that's not how it should be. We should be going into, at the very least, a Christmas break with a solid system, knowing how the game is going to progress, knowing how we're going to play, knowing, like knowing these shit. And right now we're going in blind. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We just don't. And Like I said, part of it is his refusal to fucking bench Mbappe, because benching Mbappe, believe it or not, unlocks so many other opportunities in combination with the players that we already had, players that already have that rapport, players that all have already won with each other on the field, man. And it's just sorry, and it's just it's sad, man. It's sad because arguably the best player in the world comes into your club, and he just doesn't fit the system. He doesn't fit the system, and on top of that, he's just fucking lazy on the field, and it's sad. It's I don't know what to say, man. Like it's sad. And there was a few plays too where he just took an extra dribble, tried to be extra fancy. He could have just passed the ball more towards the center, and where Bellingham and not of the Gula were. Dude, like it's sad, man. It's sad. Um, but what do you guys think of the game, man? Are you guys as disappointed as I am? And honestly, like, tell me, like, do you guys think I'm hating too much on Mbappe? Because I honestly don't feel like I'm hating on him at all. Or it's just like if I've seen the majority of these Madrid games, and like I said, as much as we've struggled in defense, we those could have been overcome by just this guy just playing better and putting more effort into it. Because it's very, very rare where you can win games by outscoring the opponents. And the majority of the games that we've lost because we've missed opportunities to outscore the opponent. And that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, guys. See you in the next one. Later.